Tower, information India 11530, the wind 3303, weather's better than 5,005, capture 192.17,
I think we need to really be aware of all the small injuries that take place. If we don't change our habits that we take for granted today, it's never going to change. It was always obvious that I was flying over some of the prettiest country in the world. So I just started taking pictures as I have been taking pictures since I was a kid. So over the years I was introduced to these early aerial images taken by a fellow named Holliday. And he spent a lot of time in the air and took a lot of incredible pictures of the area, all around the Chesapeake, mostly around the central part of the eastern shore here. And every time one would show up in a newspaper or a magazine, I would admire it and say, I'd like to use that picture and put it right next to the same scene today. They show the way an area was back in the 30s, 40s, or 50s, whenever they were taken. And then I've gone out and I've shot the same view today, trying to get the same altitude, same angle, same landmarks in the same place on the image, so that when you walk up to the pair, you can easily get oriented as to exactly where you are in both images. And then you can look at the details and see all the changes that have taken place in this time period between the two images. What was interesting when I heard a lot of people talking about these pictures, they said, well, they were all taken when the tide was out. But that's not the case. The images were taken at high tide, low tide. The difference is the water's clear and there's grass on the bottom. Whereas you look at the modern images, the water is not clear, and what you can see, there's no grass on the bottom. So a lot of changes that we didn't expect to see, but they become apparent once they're printed and put next to each other. Pretty interesting. Of course, the grasses were always a concern. We'd water ski in Still Pond Creek and be very upset as our propellers got all fouled up with seaweed, milfoil, and other grasses in there because they were all over the place. So you had to stop skiing while they pulled the prop up, pulled the motor up, pulled the grass off, and while you were sitting in the water, the crabs would be nipping on you and bugging you, and it was really a nuisance. We didn't like it back then, but wouldn't it be nice to have that happen today? Have I seen a change in the number of houses along the bay? Yes. I've seen a lot of changes. It's unbelievable. And what's scary is it's not just the houses along the shoreline, it's the houses that are in the watershed of the creeks and the rivers. You asked me what do I think the bay is going to look like when somebody shoots the same images that I shot in 30 years. By the way, that's going to be me shooting those images in 30 years. But I think that all depends upon how we react in the very near future. I've read all sorts of stories about the bays improving, the bays not improving, and all the different things happening, and you put all that into a big pot and stir it around, and I add my experiences and my observations, and I really have to scratch my head wondering, are we getting anywhere? Is there really any improvement? Are we just making excuses for what we're doing? Is any of the work that some really dedicated people are out there doing, are they getting overwhelmed by the people that just won't change? It's my fault, it's your fault, it's everybody's watching's fault, you know. We just got to do something. Responsibility is what it's all about.